Hello, mammals! In our last episode, we took our first steps to the stars, in search of a homeworld where we can build our space oasis. We stuffed our pockets with the fruits of stupid alien labor, and installed our hyperdrive so that we could finally begin our pursuit of the perfect planet. Today, we continue our journey. We'll convert hours of gathering, processing, and crafting into just enough fuel to zip around the galaxy a few times. Along the way, we'll find out the different methods of getting a new starship, including under-the-table business deals all the way to grand larceny. We even take a look at the game's multiplayer hub, known only as the Anomaly. So without further ado, mammals, let's experience the experience and find out what's it like to play No Man's Sky. And we have arrived, mammals! A new star system with new planets to ultimately disappoint us at our unnecessarily high standards for what we want our homeworld to look like. Now, if you're like me, you want a peaceful little paradise world, with semi-Earth-like landscapes and little to no hostile citadels, animals, or weather to interrupt us while getting beautiful panoramic shots of said landscapes for YouTube videos. But don't worry, because even if your hopes for a beautiful planet are embarrassingly low, the absolute variety of biomes in the No Man's Sky universe is enough to ensure you see plenty of the most disgusting and barren worlds imaginable before settling on a new settlement substitute. While exploring around the universe, take time to scan the local flora and fauna for both credits and nanites. It's always a good idea to gather resources and refine them into other usable materials. You'll soon find that your starter bird is not going to be enough to meet our ambitious demands to explore this vast galaxy. So let's take a peek at how we can upgrade our dinghy to a more suitable starship. You have a wide variety of options of improving your new ride in No Man's Sky. If your crime syndicate has grown to a point where money is no longer an issue, the easiest way to find a new ship is to visit a wealthy system's space station, trade outpost, or even one of the hangars inside of a stationary capital ship, and simply wait for your new pony to ride in on its own. You can pay the current owner of that ship an unreasonable amount of money for it, or offer your rust bucket as trade for an even more unreasonable discount. The next and newest of options is to find and repair a Sentinel ship and claim it as your own. This requires a few steps, which most of us won't be ready for this early stage of the game, so let's revisit this option later. But another common way is to simply find a regular craft starship and fix it up yourself. While extorting the locals for their pocket change, you should have been collecting a nice stash of navigation data. This data is just a fancy type of currency, used to purchase maps. Maps which can be used to locate a distress signal. Now, make sure to purchase the distress signal maps, and not the other ones by accident, requiring you to have to switch purchases to free so you could buy the correct maps for your video, because you just wasted all your navigation data on maps that don't take the crashed starships, and we need to get to the crashed starships. So anyway, using the correct map from your inventory will give the location of a few destinations. What we want is a good old-fashioned distress signal. A local alien lifeform has crashed nearby and needs our assistance. Once you arrive, you'll find a crashed ship. Sometimes there will be an alien life form wandering nearby, crying like a baby and begging you to fix their ship for them because they are late. They will then hop in their newly restored ship that you spent your resources on and fly away, leaving you in a wreckage field completely empty-handed. What you're hoping to see is a crashed ship with nobody around to say that this belongs to them. While the dumb alien is wandering around in the wilds looking for help and most likely near death, we'll use what could be precious search time to hop in and repair this vessel for ourselves. Quickly fix the thrusters, pulse engines, and shield, and get out of there, leaving the ship's previous owner to what is most likely a slow and painful death. What you do with the ship now is up to you. If it's not quite the ship you're looking for, you can take it to the local space station, which conveniently serves the purpose of a chop shop, to part out your vehicle and add some much-needed heft to your unit balance. If you like the look, or hate the look but it's still an upgrade, you can fix all those damaged components and storage slots and name your new vessel. We'll name ours what most B-class ships are. With our new ship all fueled up and blood washed from our hands, we continue our quest for a homeworld. This is a process that ultimately depends on a mixture of your personal preferences and luck. But as you explore throughout No Man's Sky, you'll reach milestones and checkpoints to unlock more and more of the story and events that shape the stars. You'll get new equipment and upgrades, and ultimately be introduced to the multiplayer hub of the game known as the Anomaly. A giant space station outside of our own time and space, which you can call into almost any area of open space. Here, you'll not only talk with quest NPCs, but you can trade in knowledge and other valuables for nanites, meet up with other travelers and explore the universe together, and take on multiplayer quests for valuable rewards. And here you also unlock the game's vast tech and building trees using nanites and salvaged data. As the stars flash by, and the droning of the ship's scanner wears on through the infinite universe, you may find that the hunt for your perfect planet is not as easy as you thought. You'll start to fly past space stations, ignoring the suit upgrades, just to jump to the next star system and start scanning for your precious paradise. But never give up, and you will find a home that meets 80 to 90% of your expectations. And you will find that almost perfect homeworld in spite of the superheated storms and weird tentacle trees. A place for your base, a new starport from which your future voyages will set sail. Take some time and create your ideal home. Have fun with it, and create your own little Hangout hideaway. But we aren't quite finished yet. Our crime syndicate is only now starting to flourish. In our next episode, we'll upgrade from extorting local space station vendors to owning and operating an entire settlement. We're also going to need thugs to collect for us, so we'll dive into getting our very own capital ship, complete with frigates and fighters to assist us in our space battles. Until then, mammals, stay beautiful, and thanks for hanging around.